Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq, with daily insight on the Nasdaq-100 index, or the NDX, which is made up of 100 of the largest domestic and international non-financial innovative companies listed on Nasdaq. The NDX has been the barometer for U.S. large cap growth and also one of the best performing indexes over the last decade and a half, not to mention one of the most liquid index ecosystems in the world. Joining us this Wednesday afternoon, we have Chris Dearborn, Managing Director on Nasdaq's Market Intelligence Desk, for an update on technical levels to watch in the Nasdaq-100. Chris, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks. And let's pull up your first chart here. Let's take a look at some fresh levels to look at on the Nasdaq-100 following our meeting this past Monday.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jill, for having me on again. And similar to Monday, the NDX is trading at all-time highs. We made a new all-time high yesterday of 15,002. And we're trading right there right now. We're just a little bit below 15,000. Index this morning opened at 15,001. It sold off a little bit, but still bouncing up against those new all-time highs. So what we're looking at here, and I mentioned it on Monday, is the relative strength index for the index. And again, that is in an overbought condition, trading at a 76, which you can see at the bottom of the chart. Remember, anything over 70 signals an overbought with relative strength. Anything below 30 represents an oversold condition, meaning that in this case, the buying should start to wane. Generally, this takes about 10 days to work itself out, but it means that we should have a pullback. And those levels that we gave on Monday, first support at 14,783, second support at 14,265, still hold very true. It doesn't mean the index has stopped running higher. It just means that we need a little bit of a pause here, and the earnings cycle could be the reason enough here coming forward. That could be the pause that we're looking for.
And that was exactly what I was going to ask you. We also spoke about this earlier in the week. It's interesting when you see technical levels and fundamentals come together where it could potentially be within that 5 to 10 day period when earnings starts. And Chris, I think that's what some of the concerns are, that we're very lofty valuations. Many of these stocks are all-time highs in the Nasdaq-100. We have earnings coming up. We're at that point in the earnings cycle where people are questioning just how much more it can go. I mean, we realize that it's going to have an easy comp relative to Q2 of 2020 because nothing was open. But I think they're going to have to blow these numbers away and have some significant guidance in order to justify these valuations.
I would agree. So there's a couple of things today that are kind of putting this bullish momentum in. And one of it is absolutely Apple. Apple came out with news this morning, talking about increasing the iPhone production by 20%. That's adding 45 points to the NDX today. You take that out and you put Apple in it, say like a flat valuation for the day, the index is down on the day. So again, with these indexes, remember that the heavyweight stocks influence it significantly. And with the NDX, it's Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet, and Facebook. Those are the top players by point differentiation. And if one of them is having a very bullish day or a very bearish day, it's going to impact the index significantly.
And that's a perfect segue into your final chart here. Let's take a look at those constituents to see what is leading the way.
Absolutely. So obviously we just I mentioned Apple adding over 44 points today. Microsoft and Amazon also up only slightly less than a point, but still adding between the two of them almost 19 points to the index. And then follow that with Netflix and Amazon, Alphabet with their two classes of stock, all doing very, very well. So then you look at a company like Moderna, which is up over 5%, but they only add 5 points to the index today. Then on the flip side of things, Tesla's off only 1%, which is only detracting 5 points, and NVIDIA is down 1.5%, detracting 3. So you're looking at almost 60 members of the index in the green versus 40 in the red or down on the day.
All right, Chris, appreciate the insight. As always, thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.